Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. So, my name is Muhammad Azan Fikri bin Abdul Latif. So, today, I would like to give you some information about a country named German. So, first thing I want to talk is about geographical and demographic profile of German. The chancellor name is Angela Merkel. The Christian Democrat Angela Merkel, Germany's first female chancellor, has governed since 2005 in coalition with either the Liberal Free Democrats or center-left Social Democrats, but suffered a setback at 2017 election as the populist anti-immigrant alliance. Okay, the president of German name is Frank-Walter Steinmeier. Former Foreign Minister Frank-Walter Steinmeier was elected federal president in February 2017, succeeding Joachim Gauck, a Social Democrat. Mr. Steinmeier enjoyed the support of Chancellor Angela Merkel's Grand Coalition of center-right and center-left parties in his acceptance speech. He pledged to stand up to the rising trend of xenophobic populism and promote intercommunal dialogue and democracy. Next, have you known how is the geographical and demographic of Germany? Germany's central and southern region have forested hills and mountains cut through the Danube, Main, and Rhine River valleys. Germany's central and southern regions have forested hills and mountains cut through the Danube, Main River, and river valleys. In the north, the landscape flattens out to a wide plain that stretches to the North Sea. Between these extremes, Germany is a country of incredible variety. Other than that, Germany's largest wooded area and its most famous is in the southwest near the Swiss border. This is the Black Forest, a mountainous region full of pine and fir trees. This forest contains source of the Danube, one of Europe's longest rivers. Do you know that the largest minority are Turkish, who started coming in the 1950s to work? About 2/3 of Germans are Christians. Germany also has been called the land of poets and thinkers. Germans are famous in all forms of art, but particularly classical music. Okay, sorry. Germany's famous composers include Bach, Brahms, Schumann, Wagner, and Beethoven.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. My name is Fatih Nurina Suha binti Muhammad Nazri, and I will explain about inflation in Germany. But first, let me explain to you the definition of inflation. Inflation is a general increase in prices of goods and services in a country. It also known as a sustained increase in the cost of living to a fall in a purchasing power of money. So next, we will go through the graph of inflation in Germany from 1960 to 1998. The graph is about the German Bundesbank acquired a strong reputation for maintaining lower inflation rates than many other countries could. In this section, we will look at the relevant stylized facts and put them into historical context, in particular from a monetary policy perspective. From a global view, the second half of the 20th century was marked by three periods. First, by the system of Bretton Woods, which lasted until 1973. Second, to be followed by the period of the Great Inflation, and the last one, the period of Great Moderation from the early to the middle of 1918 onwards. Okay, so next, I will explain about the main issues of inflation in Germany. There are only two main issues of inflation in Germany. The first one is demand pull inflation. Demand pull inflation can be attributed to some of the most severe examples of inflation in history, such as the hyperinflation in post-World War I Germany. Germany was badly damaged at that time, and to pay off their enormous post-war debts, the country started mass printing money. The rapid increase in money supply plummeted the value of the German mark, leading to demand pull inflation. The next main issues of inflation, which is the last one, is cost push inflation. It occurs when prices of production input increase. Cost push inflation is attributed to economic events such as sharp wage increase or rising raw material prices. Higher energy prices have pushed inflation up in Germany. On average, retail prices were 1.7% higher in January compared to a year earlier, after an inflation rate of 1.5% in December, according to Germany's Statistical Office Destatis.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Atira, and my part for this video assignment is I will explain to you about effects on inflation and also the policy and measures to control inflation in Germany. So as you guys can see, effects on inflation from the slides, we can see it have four effects, which is distribution of income, effects for savings, effect for production, and also effect for balance of trade. So I will explain to you about the distribution of income. Income distribution is the smoothest or equality with which income is dealt out among members of a society. So if everyone earns exactly the same amount of money, then the income members of a society, then the income distribution is perfectly equal. So that's mean I take the example for between 1991 and 2015, which is the real disposable needs adjusted income of persons in private household in Germany. So they are 15% on average. Next, I'm going to move to the effects on saving. During inflation, the value of fixed possible life insurance policies and money would depreciate in terms of real income. So since inflation depreciates the value of fixed deposits, people will save less and invest in non-financial sectors such as house and land. And then for the effects for the production, in Germany, the most important categories in consumer price index are housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels. While the remaining 7% of the index is composed by alcoholic beverages and tobacco. So that's mean production in Germany, they are focused on the consumer price index, which is they focus on the only important thing. Next, effects for the balance of trade, which is the trade for Germany and other country is calculated as the differences between um, exports and imports of goods and services. So a positive number means trade surplus, and a negative number means trade deficit. So Germany runs regularly trade surplus since 1952, which is trade surplus, so means they're positive number. So why they do? Because primarily due to the strong exports of vehicles and other machinery. So next, I'm going to move on to the policy and measures to control inflation. So in Germany, they decide to make a three policy and measures to control inflation, which is first monetary policy, second fiscal policy, and third direct control measures. So what is monetary policy? Monetary policy, the goal is to reduce the money supply within an economy by decreasing bond prices and increasing interest rates. So this helps reduce spending because when there is less money to go around, those who have money want to keep it and save it instead of we spend it, right? So this is contractionary can be done by increased interest rates, increased reserve requirements, selling securities, bank or discount rate, and also through direct policies. So about the fiscal policy, which is fiscal policy is a decrease in government spending and increase in the government's total tax revenue will produce a surplus budget. So this is an important fiscal measure which reduce the inflationary pressure on an economy. This policy can be done by increases in taxes and decreases in government expenditure. So third, I'm going to explain about direct control measures. This control can includes the price control and rationing, whereas the government will control the prices of goods by fixing a floor and ceiling price. So there is an anti-hoarding campaign and also compulsory savings. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Kurtunisa Irdina binti Ahmad Asmanisha. My part in this video presentation is about unemployment. We can see the graph year by year is decreased. So Germany's unemployment data was reported at 1,387,000 in December 2018. These records basically a decrease from the previous number of 1,446,000 for September 2018. Germany's unemployment data is updated quarterly, averaging 2,188,000 from March 2007 until December 2018, with 48 observations. The data reached an all-time high of 3,770,000 in March 2007 and a record very low of 1,387,000 in December 2018. Germany's unemployment data remains active status in CEIC and is reported by Federal Statistics Office, Germany. So, The next is main issue of unemployment. Unemployment has reached upwards over the last 3 decades in Germany. At the beginning of the 1970s, Germany enjoyed a situation of full employment with negligible officially recorded unemployment rates. This was in marked contrast to the US, which already back then had a natural rate of unemployment or non-accelerating inflation rate of unemployment, as known as NAIRU or NAIRU, in the order of 5%. Like in other countries, unemployment in Germany jumped upwards with each negative shock, like the two oil price shocks or change in monetary policy towards a more restrictive anti-inflationary course. Unlike in a number of other countries, Germany has over the last 30 years been almost completely unable to reduce its unemployment rate back to pre-shock levels when economic conditions improve again. The total official number of unemployed is currently slightly above the 4 million mark, with a bit less than 2 million people participating in active labor market programs. Around 6 million jobs are therefore missing. According to the latest OECD figures, the standardized unemployment rate in Germany in 2002 is 8.3%. Structural unemployment in Germany display a strongly rising trend over the last 30 years, which connect growth of unemployment in booms. Thus, unemployment displayed a high degree of asymmetric persistence, if not even hysteresis in Germany. It is furthermore striking to note that Germany's unemployment rate almost continuously increased over the year 1990 and into the 21 country, whereas other countries such as the US, UK, or the Netherlands were much more successful over this time period in producing employment growth and in reducing their unemployment rate, which is often associated with their more favorable institutional environment compared to Germany, not only for producing low-wage jobs but also for moving towards that called new economy.